I would like to today talk a little bit about an emerging species within the flooring industry, that being European white oak. And the difference to European white oak versus American white oak in terms of its genus species is the same, but because of the growth conditions, the environment with which it grows in, it's a much slower growing tree, giving you tighter growth rings, much longer periods of growth, 200 to 300 years before these trees are being cut in sustainable forestry managed areas, making it very environmentally sound. But most importantly, that separates it is because of the way that it's being cut. And that's what we want to focus in today on, real quick. Most wood that you get today, you're going to get either a plain sawn board, you're going to get quarter sawn, or you're going to get rift sawn. These are the different cuts that in American mills, North America, are cutting the wood. You can combine them. You can get rift and quartered, which is a really nice stable wood as well. But by and large, if you're not specifying and you're getting into anything other than a clear cut or a select and better cut, you're getting a lot of plain sawn boards. Well, imagine being able to combine all three of those cuts into one board. That's what European oak is. Very unique in that what they do is they take from these logs, and similar in size to this, 2 feet, 2.5, 3 feet diameter boards, and they get down to the center cut, and that's where they do their radial cuts. Which it creates is a look that gives you all three of the cuts that I mentioned earlier. There's a little bit of plain sawn in the center. There's some rift and or quarter sawn flanking each board. I've got an actual board here that I'm going to show you that clearly explains the look that you get from a European oak cut. This happens to be a tread that's going out with a nice oil finish, which is also a characteristic that's being tied to a lot of the floors being done in white oak today, European white oak. But you'll notice here that you have a very tight grain on the outside. This is your rift sawn portion of the board. In the middle, you can actually see the individual grain growth rings, and those growth rings are your plain sawn portion. And then over on the right, you're going to see some flecking. One of the characteristics that's very common with a quarter sawn portion of the board. Wow, all three of the different cuts in just over a 10-foot board. That's European oak. And today, you want to specify that whenever you can, because you've got a wood here that is very stable. It's great to work with from a staining and coloring standpoint, and gives just a phenomenal look with any of the finishes that you can do. I want to thank you. This has been Bill Treiber here at Moldings Online. Remember, you can catch us on any of the Google+, Facebook, and Twitter. We'll see you next month. Have a great day.